Hey folks, welcome to the backyard today. We're going to do something a little interesting for you. We're going to do mustard greens with a twist. So bear with me, we're going to go through this, and as I mentioned in some earlier videos, I'm going to throw in one of these that are a little odd or a little strange, or will make you wonder if I've lost my mind. This cap right here came from Alan Means, a friend of mine, fellow chuck wagon cook. He's got Grace Farms in Texas. He gave us his hat. After Alan sees this, he may want his cap back. I don't know. What are we going to do? Greens, mustard greens, because they got a good tartness to them. Mustard greens with a twist. What's that twist? Now, those of you that followed me in the past know when I say a twist, I usually mean Jeff tweaks it his way. I'm actually going to use a twist, folks. What is this? Pig tails. In here I've got 4 pig tails. The twist, the little oinky, the squeaky part of the pig. I got 4 of them in here. Alright, now for those of you that are still with me, bear with me. Ain't no different than oxtail. Alright? Alright, so what we did is we took these and we boiled them real hard with some vinegar and a little bit of salt for about 30 minutes maybe. We rinsed them off. We rinsed out our pot. Okay? And these are going to need to cook. There are a lot of cartilage, folks. They're going to need to cook for a long time. But all greens have a meat. And this is going to be our meat in the greens. So in here, we've got about half of this pot full of water. We're going to add the lovely pig tails. Y'all wouldn't believe the look on my wife's face when she found out we were putting pig tails in here. But I'm just going back, folks, on the things that years and years ago, we didn't throw anything away. We used everything. There's nothing wrong with those, folks. They're just as good as anything you can find. You got to get past the name. And that's how it is for most of this stuff. People talk about eating brains and kidneys and livers and sweetbread. For those of you who don't know what sweetbread is, and I'm going to run some of y'all off, y'all going to turn me off and unsubscribe. Sweetbread is actually the pancreas of a cow. Now, if I serve something to you and I say, hey, you want some pancreas? I'm sure you're going to run to high. But if I tell you got sweetbread, you're going to eat it and you're going to love it. Okay, so to this, get off my soapbox there and get to doing something. We didn't do a lot of prep ahead of time. We figured we'd do a little bit while you're here. Now, to this, we're going to add about 4 stalks of celery, maybe 3 because this is a midget. And we're going to be really rough on this chop, folks. I mean, it's greens. When we get the celery tops in there, ain't going to hurt anything at all. Okay? We're eating leaves. We're eating greens, folks. It ain't going to hurt. And Jeff's already lost his mind with the meat, so the rest of it ain't going to matter. We're going to do 3 jalapeno peppers. I like spicy, so guess what? I'm leaving the seeds in. And again, fairly rough chop on these. I got a runaway. Somebody don't want to get in the pot. Folks, we tell y'all often that we appreciate all the likes, comments, subscriptions, Facebook, YouTube, and all the other places. Folks, we do post internationally on a website called Khal, K-H-A-L. And with my Texas accent and my twang, it's K-H, K as in King, H as in Henry, A as in Apple, L as in Larry. khal.com. Look us up there. We're on there as Rockin' M Chuck Wagon. There's a lot of good international cooks on there, and we enjoy it. In here is one bunch of mustard greens that we've cut up into sizes. We've washed them. We've cleaned them off. Anytime you do greens, folks, be sure you wash them really, really good. There's a lot of sand gets embedded in your greens. I don't care if they're packaged, cut up for you or not. That's one big bundle. Now, mustard greens have a tartness to them. They're a little different. The green I prefer more than anything else is collards. And we did a collards for you. not too long ago. We're going to add 1 package. So how much is this, you're going to ask? 1 pound of baby carrots. Now you can cut these up if you want. You can leave them whole. We're being real rough on all of our chop, so we're just going to leave these whole. This has got to cook for a long time. Okay, probably about 2.5 to 3 hours. And remember, we already got about 30 minutes on them little twists. So in here is 2 tablespoons of brown sugar for the tartness of the greens, a tablespoon of thyme, and a teaspoon of garlic. In here is 2 tablespoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of pepper. Now, we got to taste this as it cooks so we'll know what we want to do. Got somebody coming by making a little noise. I hope it didn't bother y'all. So, to that, we want to add this onion. And again, I apologize for not prepping all this ahead of time. I should have. But every once in a while, I guess it's good for you to know I know how to do this, huh? We're going to leave these really rough chopped. They're going to come apart in there. And again, folks, yes, the twist is pigtails. So I'm sure a bunch of y'all have turned me off by now, but the ones that are hanging around, gee guys, I'm sure glad. You never know, folks. This could have been a super fancy dish back in the day. I'm going to grab this real quick so it doesn't just blow all over. I'm not out in the middle of a pasture today. I'm in the backyard, so I still got to sort of clean up. All right, we got all that in the pot with our lovely oink oink tails. All right, we're going to get this set on the fire and get it cooking. And we're going to come back a little later and we're going to show you what the pig does to them greens. Hey folks, welcome out to the backyard again, and we're going to see what we got. I think this little piggy's telling me that these greens are done. Oh yeah, we're doing really, really good in here, folks. You can see and you can smell these greens. They're just terrific. We're going to lift this off real quick so y'all can watch me burn my fingers. Pull that off. We got us a white bowl. Last time we did greens for you folks, I think we had a black bowl and it was really hard for you to see the greens. Got a bunch of greens, juice, jalapeno, and a pigtail. Now folks, I'm going to step away for just a second to bring it in here and zoom in on what this looks like. You don't realize that you miss your camera, people, until you miss your camera, folks. It's not going to be near as good as what that has been in the past. Not near as smooth in my operation of the camera. And I'm going to come back over here and the head's probably cut off. But folks, we got this pigtail in here. See if we can get us a little piece, because I'm going to prove to you this is edible. All right, right here is a piece of pigtail. You can see that right there. Folks, it tastes just like pork. Just exactly like pork. Get some of the jalapeno in that broth. Our carrots are good and tender. They cut right apart. And our mustard greens, they're wonderful. Folks, we did take something fairly strange, but try things. Step out of your comfort zone, experiment around, don't be shy. And folks, one little tip. Guys, when you wear an apron, most of the time I wear an apron, don't draw that string real tight in the back. Makes your belly look big. Leave it a little loose. See right there, folks? That's a good tip. So, folks, mustard greens with pigtail. Enjoy your food.